In a game that will be remembered for years to come at the Estádio José Alvalade, Sporting CP delivered a stunning 4-1 victory over Manchester City in their final home fixture under manager Ruben Amorim. As Amorim prepares to depart for Manchester United, he leaves Sporting not only atop the Portuguese league but also in a commanding position in the Champions League group stage. Viktor Gyokeres stole the show with a hat-trick that rallied his team from an early deficit and thrilled the home crowd, who witnessed a night of drama and redemption. City began with their trademark intensity, pressing high and forcing Sporting into errors. Just 4 minutes in, they capitalized on one such mistake. Sporting lost possession deep in their own half, and Phil Foden pounced. The England international drove forward and rifled a powerful shot past Sporting's goalkeeper, Franco Israel, giving City an early advantage. At that moment, it looked as though Pep Guardiola's team, even without some key players, would cruise to a comfortable victory. Sporting, however, regrouped after that early blow. Despite City's relentless pressure, they managed to hold on, with Israel making crucial saves to deny Bernardo Silva and an off-form Erling Haaland, who looked increasingly frustrated as the first half wore on. Gyokeres missed an early chance to equalize, squandering a one-on-one opportunity shortly after Foden's opener, but he redeemed himself just before halftime. In the 38th minute, Giovanni Quenda slipped a perfectly weighted ball through City's defensive line, and Gyokeres was clinical this time, lifting his shot over Ederson to level the score. The equalizer set the stage for an intense second half, as the Estádio José Alvalade crowd erupted in anticipation of a remarkable upset. Right from the kickoff in the second half, Sporting seized control with an electrifying display of speed and teamwork. Maximiliano Araujo finished off a slick team move orchestrated by Pedro Gonçalves, who cut through City's defense and found Araujo in space. The swift goal just seconds into the half put City on their heels and gave Sporting a confidence boost that they rode for the remainder of the match. City's frustrations mounted as they struggled to regain composure. Minutes after Araujo's goal, Josko Gvardiol fouled Francisco Trincao in the box, conceding a penalty. Gyokeres stepped up and coolly converted, putting Sporting 2 goals ahead and sending shockwaves through Guardiola's squad. City had an opportunity to pull one back when Haaland was awarded a penalty, but the Norwegian's night went from bad to worse as he struck the crossbar. The miss seemed to drain City's remaining resolve, leaving them vulnerable at the back. Gyokeres wasn't finished, and neither was Sporting. In the closing stages, City's defensive discipline completely unraveled. A reckless challenge by Mateus Nunes on Jimmy Catamo resulted in another penalty for Sporting. Gyokeres confidently converted once more, sealing his hat-trick and Sporting's emphatic victory. The 4-1 scoreline marked the first time City had conceded 4 goals in a Champions League game since 2016, underlining both Sporting's attacking prowess and City's defensive vulnerabilities. As the final whistle blew, Ruben Amorim was showered with applause. He leaves Sporting CP with a stellar record, having won 2 Portuguese league titles and now putting them in a fantastic position to advance in Europe. His tactical adaptability was evident throughout this campaign, but it was his handling of this game, his final home match, that spoke volumes about his growth as a manager. He will head to Manchester United next week, ready to test his skills in the Premier League and perhaps face Guardiola on English soil, this time as his rival. City's defeat raises questions about their Champions League ambitions. Although they still hold 7 points in the group, this loss highlighted flaws in Guardiola's side, especially in the absence of key players. Despite a promising first half, City's lack of finishing and defensive lapses cost them dearly, with Guardiola admitting after the game that they lost control emotionally in the second half. For Sporting, however, this night will go down in club history. They now have 10 points from 4 group games, and the crowd at the Alvalade gave them a hero's send-off. The night belonged to Viktor Gyokeres and Ruben Amorim, 2 figures who have made this Sporting side one of Europe's most exciting teams to watch this season.